recipes for technical trading success in Cook's Kitchen.
Time to talk about the chips. NVIDIA. By the time you're watching this video, NVIDIA will already have reported. I'm doing this Wednesday afternoon, about noontime here in Chicago. And I'm going to tell you where to buy it. Right now, at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you where to buy NVIDIA if they break it down on this report. And we'll also talk about what we should look for in this report. Let's back out and just look at semiconductors real quick here. I own a few that are rocking it. So let's just look at the Zacks first. Here's the Zacks index. I mean, just a beast higher, right? A little uncertainty here, working our way through supply chain issues, and then just the demand is there, right, from all fronts, whether it's mobile or 5G or autonomous vehicles, sensors, networks, IoT, you name it. And we got a big preview of that yesterday from Qualcomm on their investor day. So here's Qualcomm. We've owned it. I've been saying buy it under 130 every chance you get. We got one more chance in October. We scooped some at 127, 126, and great earnings report. And then what happened yesterday? The investor day, Qualcomm basically said, we're going to be growing revenues in double digits for the next 5 years. One of the big headlines was what they see as their total addressable market is going to go from 100 billion to 700 billion in less than a decade. Let's see if I can find that headline. Yeah, they see IoT revenue going to up to 9 billion. I don't see the big 100 billion versus 700 billion headline, but I'll find it. Qualcomm sees automotive revenues to grow to about 3.5 billion in 5 years and about 8 billion in 10 years. Okay, rough estimates, but it's the general megatrend, the tailwind of what they're seeing in automotive. And thank God that Qualcomm, had the vision to, diversify beyond the handset and be in these areas. They just acquired the little Swiss company Veoneer. Let's see if that's the stock symbol there was VNE. I don't know if that transaction closed. Well, here it is right here. So first, an automotive supplier, Veoneer's, again, out of Sweden, Magna was going to buy Veoneer, somewhere like $32 a share. And Qualcomm had been looking at them. Veoneer makes basically ADAS software and hardware, advanced driver assistance systems. And so Qualcomm, the sleeping giant, woke up and was able to buy them for like $37 a share. So it hasn't closed yet, but there it is. Let me see what else I can dig up on Qualcomm. Well, I'll go to my report last night for my folks. So here's what I did last week. So much good news is priced in to NVIDIA. That's why it spiked up to 320 last week. Was on GPU Tech Conference. So this was my video last week on the GPU Tech Conference. You should, if you haven't seen it, here, and this is the article version here on Zacks.com. I always do an article version, which is not a transcript, but it's just packed with more information. And I really summarize these big 5 takeaways. I talk about them in the video, but in the article version here, I sort of flesh them out. Listening to Jensen Huang talk for 2 minutes and 15 seconds, he just packed it with big ideas about why NVIDIA is so successful. So yeah, a lot's priced into the stock already at 300, and that's why they're selling it. So this article, and we'll also have the code in there for the call with Cooker. So here it is. Here's the YouTube video. You can always find that article version. You can get to it just by going down in the YouTube description down here. And then there's the link right there that'll take you to the article version. For every video I do, there's going to be an article version on Zacks.com with more information, more links, the code for a call to enter the drawing for a call with Cooker. So let's get back to the charts here. So, well, that's what I want to show you. I want to show you in my taser service where I mentioned, what the bombs that Qualcomm dropped, the Starship Qualcomm. Um, Here was the big one in bold here. The company expects its addressable opportunity to expand from nearly 100 billion to 700 billion in 10 years as more devices become intelligently connected, right? That's everything. That's mobile, that's your car, that's your refrigerator, any device that you encounter and all networked with IoT, Qualcomm is serving these areas. So, that almost makes me say, okay, yeah, I want to still own Qualcomm. What about the picks and shovels? And the picks and shovels, of course, would be Applied Materials. Looking real tough up here. And then, of course, Lam Research, LRCX. These are the wafer fabrication equipment makers. Samsung and Taiwan Semi have to buy Applied Materials and Lam Research machines to do the wafer fab to get, into 7 nanometer, 5 nanometer. Let's take a look at Global Foundries. Is that GFS? I can't remember right now. Yeah, so here's Global Foundries, which was, this is something that AMD sold, I don't know, over 10 years ago when they wanted to get out of the fab business. And then it just, went private, and then now it's an IPO. So this is going to be the U.S., foundry. So not everything has to go to Taiwan or South Korea. Interesting play here. I don't know the valuation of GFS. We're not going to worry about it right now. So we talked about Qualcomm. All right, so let's get to the good stuff before NVIDIA reports. I want to get this out. Maybe I'll even get this out before the close. But, if they're already selling this. So much perfection is priced into NVIDIA. And here was GTC day right here. This was last Tuesday when, lots more goodies came to light, which basically, ramped it up. So what's the story? The story is that, this was GTC day. This was the new highs up to 320. Okay. This was a preview of that. They're selling it here, right? I told people, hey, if you want to take some profits above 300, be my guest. I'm not. Our cost basis is like $120 or something. And so where do you want to buy it? Well, you want to be ready to buy this gap fill. And this might only happen after hours. So if the stock is priced to perfection and we don't see, so what are we looking for in the report? We're looking to see continued ramp in data center data center is going to overtake gaming. That's been the thesis to, buy the dips in NVIDIA because whereas gaming was always 55, 60% of revenues, data center is going to take over that and it's doing it at a faster rate. So 5 years from now, gaming might only be 30% of the business. So what else? Automotive. We'd like to see more details on all the new automotive wins. And Jensen always has surprises. I mean, we got a ton of surprises last week in GTC. So we'll see what we get here. But if there's something they don't like, they might gap it down after hours. I'd be buyer after hours. Have an order in, between 265 and 270, in case they try and fill the gap after hours. And then you look at it and then you wait and see what happens tomorrow morning. If there's something else that's overly priced to perfection in a trend that is slowing down, then maybe they try and fill the gap down to 230. I don't think that's going to happen. But then you for tonight think about being ready in here 265, 270, and then reevaluate and be ready for tomorrow, Thursday morning, if you get some shots down to 240. They'd be gifts as far as I'm concerned. You want to, make your first buys here and then see what happens. All right, I'm going to leave it there, get this out. Really looking forward to this report. Semiconductors are extended, so, anything's possible here. I mean, we've made new highs in everything. There's against the Zacks index. Oh, I want to show you AMD. We own AMD. Yesterday was its second. Yesterday was its highest close ever at 152, and still exploring that area. So As NVIDIA goes, so may the rest of the chips fall on Thursday. All right. We'll talk to you later.